In this lecture, we are going to talk about Mohr circle method. As we all know, Mohr circle method is a graphical method for solving stress transformation problems. Okay, so what we will do is that we will take a numerical problem and then we will solve it by analytical method as well as Mohr circle method. And along with that, we will discuss the theories and assumptions side by side as well. So the benefit is that after solving the numerical problem, your concept will be clear regarding stress transformation and you will be able to know what is the correct approach for solving this kind of problem. Okay, so let's see what are the things that we are going to cover in this lecture. Okay, so the points that will be covered in this lecture are normal stress at any plane. So a plane will be given, so you have to determine the normal stress that is acting on this plane, then the shear stress acting on this same plane, then the angle of obliquity, and then construction of Mohr circle. That is at the end of the video we will construct the Mohr circle. So you will also be able to know how to draw a Mohr circle for stress transformation problem. Okay, so let's see the question and begin the discussion. Now the problem says that principal stresses at a point are given. Principal stresses given: sigma 1 is equal to 100 Newton per mm square, sigma 2 is equal to 60 Newton per mm square. So this is major principal stress, this is minor principal stress. Major principal stress this is major, so this plane on which the major principal stress is acting is called major principal plane, MJ, and this plane on which the minor principal stress is acting is called minor principal plane, MN. Okay, we have to find the normal stress and the tangential stress acting on a plane that makes 20 degree with the major principal plane. Major principal plane in CCW. CCW means counterclockwise direction. So we can see that here the major principal plane is the vertical plane. So the plane which makes 20 degree counterclockwise direction from the vertical plane is that, suppose this is 20 degree, this is 20 degree, so the plane will be like this. So we have to find the normal stress and shear stress. So this will be the stress element. So we have to find the normal stress, that is this stress acting on this plane, and the shear stress what will be on this plane. Okay, and the next question is that find the angle of obliquity of the resultant stress. So resultant stress is the resultant of normal and shear stress, and draw the Mohr circle diagram. Okay, now let's solve this problem. Let's solve. Okay, so first we need assumptions. We have assumptions. We know that tensile stress is taken as positive, tensile stress taken as positive, and compressive stress for element taken as negative. Now this assumption is for Mohr circle construction. So the assumption says that if the shear stress rotate the center of the element in clockwise direction, that is causing clockwise rotation at the center, then it is taken as positive. This is positive. See this clockwise direction, and this also cause a moment that is in the clockwise direction. Similarly, this is if the shear stress cause counterclockwise rotation at the center of the element. This is the center of the element. If they make anti-clockwise rotation, so it is making anti-clockwise rotation, it is also making anti-clockwise rotation at the center. So these the shear stress will be taken as negative. This assumption, these two assumptions are for Mohr circle construction. Okay, and these two are taken for analytical as well as Mohr circle construction. Okay, negative. Now solve this. Let's solve this. We will solve first by analytical method. Okay, so we know the formula is given for any plane which is at theta with the vertical plane, is given that sigma x plus sigma y by 2, sigma x minus sigma y by 2 into cos 2 theta plus tau xy sin 2 theta. This is for normal stress, and for shear stress it is minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 theta plus tau xy cos 2 theta. So now because these now here it is given that sigma x equal to sigma 1 principal stresses are given. So and sigma y equal to sigma 2 and tau xy equal to 0. Why 0? Because at the principal stress, at the principal plane, shear stress will be 0. Okay, so the formula reduces to this. When the principal stresses are given, the formula for normal stress will be this, no shear contribution, and for formula for shear stress is this. Okay, so now we have this kind of element, the element having anti-clockwise rotation from the vertical plane. This is the vertical plane, which is the major principal plane, and this is anti-clockwise rotation given. So the element is this. Okay, this is the normal stress sigma theta. The plane x dash y dash, this is the x dash y dash plane, makes an angle in 20 degree counterclockwise. This is counterclockwise with the major principal plane, which is the vertical plane. Now sigma 1 we know major principal stress, sigma 2 minor principal stress, sigma 1 sigma 2. Okay, now we have to determine the stress in this plane. Okay, we have from the formula sigma theta, if we put the value of sigma 1 sigma 2 and sigma 1 sigma 2 and cos 2 theta, theta is given 20 degrees, so cos 2 theta 2 into 20 degrees equal to 40 degrees. So calculating this, we get the value of sigma theta, that is the normal stress acting on the plane. Similarly, tau theta is the shear stress acting on this plane, will be, this is sigma 1, this is sigma 2 sine 2 theta, 2 into 20 degree. So calculating this, we get tau theta is equal to minus 12.85. The minus sign is given. Now for analytical solution, we have the convention is that if the shear stress is like this, then shear stress is considered positive. That means if shear stress comes positive, then the direction of shear stress will be like this, and if comes negative, it will be like this. Here comes negative, so we will have this kind of orientation for shear stress. Okay, now see this plane. So in this plane, this is the 20 degree counterclockwise direction, 20 degree major principal plane, which is also the vertical plane. This is the stress element. This is sigma theta, that is the normal stress acting on this plane. We have to determine shear stress and normal stress on this QR plane, and because it is negative, so it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this, and it will be like this. So sigma r is the resultant stress. Resultant stress will be like this. Okay, so because we know if shear stress is like this, normal stress is like this, then the resultant stress will be like this. Now the formula for resultant stress, sigma r is equal to sigma theta square plus tau theta square whole to the power half. So putting this, we get the value of sigma r is equal to this. Okay, now phi is the angle of obliquity. Angle of obliquity, that is the angle that the resultant stress makes with the normal of the plane. This is the normal, this is the plane, this is the normal. So this angle phi, this is the angle of obliquity, that is the resultant stress this stress makes with the normal of the plane. This is the plane, this is the normal, and this is the resultant. So this is the angle of obliquity. So it is given by tau theta by sigma theta, tan inverse. Okay, so tan inverse of 12.85 by 95.32. So doing the calculation, we will get phi equal to this. This is 7.67 degree. This is the angle of obliquity. Okay, this is the way to solve by analytical method. Okay, we will also solve the problem by graphical method, that is the by Mohr circle method. This is the Mohr circle method, or where OA, this point B is the point, if this is the O origin, so OB is the sigma 2, that is minor principal stress. OA from this to this, this is sigma 1 major principal stress. So this point indicates the point on which we need a point which indicate the plane on which the normal stress and shear stresses are required. So this is the value of shear stress tau theta, this is the value of sigma theta, is the value of normal stress. Okay, so these are the also, this is major principal stress, this is minor principal stress. Okay, the values are we have and phi is equal to 7.67 degree. This is the phi, that is this point which makes the point, if we join the origin with the point in the Mohr circle, the angle which that it makes with the positive x-axis is the angle of obliquity. Okay, now we will see how to solve this problem by graphical method, that is we will see the construction of Mohr circle. Okay, let's see. Now we will see the construction of Mohr circle. So what we will do first is we will first draw the coordinates. Okay, so we have drawn the coordinates. Now we will draw the circle, that is the Mohr circle. How to draw? We have 2 points. This is point A, sorry B. This point indicates the minor principal stress, and this point indicates the major principal stress. So what we will do is that we first point, we mark this 2 point, this 2, and then we will draw the Mohr circle. Okay, so then now see, we have drawn the Mohr circle. We have indicated point A as the point for minor principal stress, and point B is the for major principal stress. Now we will find out the center. How? The sigma 2 plus sigma 1 by 2, that is C. C is the center. Okay, so how to find the center? So the coordinate of center is that sigma C is the coordinate of center. If then sigma C equal to sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2, and it will lie on the x-axis. So doing this we will get this center point. Okay, so doing this we will get the center point and we will draw the Mohr circle. Okay, now let's do it. Now after drawing the Mohr circle, after getting the center, we have O as the origin, C is the center of the Mohr circle, A as the point indicating the minor principal stress, B major principal stress. Now we will draw the plane. Okay, so this is the plane, this point. So this is the line which indicate the plane. Okay, this is the line, and now it intersects the circle at some point this. Okay, this is the line which makes 20 degree with the vertical plane, this plane. So actually in Mohr circle it will make 2 into 20, that is 40 degree with this positive x-axis. Okay, so now we will draw 2 vertical lines, that is one line parallel to x-axis and one line parallel to y-axis. Now the distance, this distance is the normal stress, and this distance is the shear stress. On which plane? The plane which is at 20 degree with the vertical plane. So we have now the sigma theta and sigma and tau theta. Now we will join the point. We have joined the point from origin to the point at which the plane intersect, which intersect the Mohr circle. So we have joined this point, so we will get the angle of obliquity. Now what we will do, we will suppose make its name D. Suppose this is point D, and suppose this make point E. Okay, now put it E. Now putting it as E. Okay, so we put it E. Now suppose put it F. So now we have, this is sigma theta. Okay, this is tau theta. So we know sigma theta is the normal stress on the plane of which makes an angle theta with the vertical plane, and tau theta is the shear stress on the plane which makes an angle theta with the vertical plane. Okay, so this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. X-axis denote the normal stress, and x-axis denote normal stress. Let's write this normal stress. Okay, and y-axis denotes the shear stress. Okay, so now we have normal stress and shear stress. This angle is actually phi, that is the angle of obliquity, and this angle is 40 degree. Okay, 40 degree. So 40 degree, actually this is 2 theta, 2 theta. If suppose if this is our vertical line, this is the angle that the plane makes. If this is theta in the stress element, then it will make 2 theta in the mode circle. Okay, so and now this point, this is the, because A indicate the minor principal stress point, so OA is the sigma 2, that is minor principal stress from O to A, and from O to B, okay, this indicates the major principal stress, that is sigma 1, that is sigma 1. Okay, so this is the now our construction is complete. So now we have constructed the mode circle. If we measure the distance d to f, it will give sigma theta, that is the normal stress acting on the required plane. Okay, if we measure the distance d to e, it will give tau theta, that is the shear stress acting on the required plane. If we measure this angle, this is phi, it will give the angle of obliquity, that is the resultant stress making with the normal of the plane. Okay, so we have determined sigma theta, we have determined tau theta, we have determined phi. So from starting, what we have done is that we have first taken the assumptions, then using the formulas we have solved the problem analytically, and then we have graphically solved the problem, that is we have constructed the mode circle. Okay, this is the way to solve this kind of problem. Okay, I hope your concept regarding mode circle and stress transformation is clear now. Okay, so let's end our discussion here. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. You can subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.